Well, good morning, everyone. Happy homecoming. All right, everybody excited to be here? Well, I'm Tim Caboni, and it's my privilege to serve as WKU's 10th president. And first, let me welcome all of you, our distinguished guests, members of the WKU community, and all those who've joined us today. Thank you for gathering here on this significant morning in our institution's history to break ground on the new WKU Hilltopper Fieldhouse, a facility set to transform the landscape of our campus and enrich the lives of our students. Before I begin, I'd like to recognize a few of our special guests who are here with us today. First, our speakers: Todd Stewart, Director of Athletics; Matthew McCurry, Director of the Big Red Marching Band; Patricia Todd, Esports Faculty Advisor; Gaynor Newman, Director of Forensics; and Tim Delling, K. Norman Berry Associates Principal Architect. We have some other guests here with us today as well, including Representative Kevin Jackson. There he is. WKU First Lady, Casey Caboni. Casey, thank you for getting me here. Our Chair of the Board of Regents, Curry Milliken, who's with us today, Regent Philip Bale, Regent Shane Spiller, and Regent Sam Kurtz. So today we gather not only to witness the beginning of construction, but to celebrate the culmination of a shared vision, unparalleled determination, and unwavering commitment to the pursuit of excellence. The Hilltopper Fieldhouse embodies our commitment as a university to provide our students with opportunities for growth, achievement, and success. This state-of-the-art facility will serve as a hub of innovation and collaboration, uniting four diverse and dynamic aspects of our campus life: athletics, forensics, esports, and the Big Red Marching Band. It will be a place in which dreams are realized, skills are honed, and competitive passions are ignited. With access to top-tier training equipment, our student athletes will find a home that empowers them to strive for greatness, to better prepare them for competition, and to foster the values of discipline, teamwork, and perseverance. For the members of our forensics team, it will be a space where the power of speech and debate flourishes, a platform from where our students find their voices, refine their persuasive abilities, and develop the critical thinking skills that will serve them in their future pursuits. Esports has become a global phenomenon, requiring strategic thinking and adaptability. The esports space in this facility will allow students to explore new frontiers of competition and entertainment. And of course, our Big Red Marching Band, the largest marching band in the state of Kentucky, with its infectious spirit and unending dedication, will have a place to call its permanent home. A space in which to practice, to perfect performances, to share musical talents with our campus and beyond. Beyond its functional enhancements to these programs, this building represents our dedication to a sense of community and togetherness, providing a place for our students to form friendships and to celebrate their victories. In addition to the Hilltopper Fieldhouse today that we're so focused on, today also marks the start of construction of a much-needed new press box for Houchins Industries LT Smith Stadium. Our current press facilities are well beyond their useful life. Replacing them with a new press box situated just atop the Harbaugh Club will provide the amenities that members of the media experience at other stadiums and will demonstrate the brand of Hilltopper hospitality we strive to offer all of our guests. Today's groundbreaking marks a new chapter in the rich history of our beloved institution, one that reflects dedication to learning, a spirit of community, and a belief in the limitless potential of our students. Now I'd like to invite Director of Athletics Todd Stewart to share a few remarks. Todd?
Good morning. Thank you for being here on another special day for WKU Athletics. The soon-to-be constructed Hilltopper Fieldhouse and press box continues this university's commitment to excellence. Quite simply, the Hilltopper Fieldhouse will be a spectacular addition to our campus. The Fieldhouse is unique in that it will also serve as the home for WKU's esports department and our nationally acclaimed forensics department, as well as a practice option for the Big Red Marching Band. And from an athletic standpoint, this becomes a game changer for us. While football will be the primary tenet, all 16 sport programs will utilize the Fieldhouse, which will enhance our recruiting efforts while also enabling WKU athletes to train more efficiently year-round. Our baseball program will also have a brand new home and will go from a good situation to a great situation. Rain, snow, wind, and lightning no longer become an obstacle to success. Speaking of success, our football program has been to 9 bowl games in the last 11 years, winning 6 times, including bowl victories in 3 of the last 4 seasons. 12 former Hilltoppers are currently on National Football League rosters. As the program continues to excel on a national stage, media coverage has increased. In fact, in the fall of every calendar year, no entity at Western Kentucky University brings more national media coverage to WKU and Bowling Green, Kentucky than WKU football. Thus, a press box constructed in 1968 has certainly outlived its usefulness and no longer meets the high standards we demand of ourselves. This new state-of-the-art press box will enable local, regional, and national media to cover our games in a first-class setting in a venue much more aligned with the growth of our football program and university. We have invested more into student-athlete specific areas over the last 5 years than ever before, greatly enhancing the areas of sports medicine, mental health, strength and conditioning, nutrition, academic advising, career development, NIL, and cost of attendance. In the last 10 years alone, we have invested close to $15 million in our facilities and will have made nearly $60 million in total upgrades, improvements, and additions by the time the Hilltopper Fieldhouse is completed in 2025. At that point, we will be in the best position from an athletics facility standpoint in the history of our university. If WKU Athletics was a stock, the recommendation would be to buy. There has never been a better time to be a student athlete at Western Kentucky University. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. And I'm reminded the largest gathering of alumni on our campus happens today and tomorrow. So a great way for us to tell our story and talk about all of the remarkable improvements and growth that we've had as a university. So thank you, Todd. Now I'd like to invite Big Red Marching Band Director Matthew McCurry to share a few remarks.
Good morning, President Caboni, Todd Stewart, other distinguished guests. It's an honor to be here to represent the Potter College of Arts and Letters, the Department of Music, and the students and staff of the Big Red Marching Band today as we break ground on this remarkable project. As the WKU Director of Athletic Bands, I get the honor of leading one of the finest Division I university bands in this part of the country. A band that has broken out of its own shell in the past 4 years and continues to make a name for itself in this region, nationally, and as of next year, internationally. And we're excited about that. One of the growing pains of a large program that continues to see substantial growth in numbers is finding a place where we fit physically. The band program, in cooperation with the university administration, the athletic department, have worked hard to maintain the integrity of the rehearsal spaces that we have now, whether it's right across the way on the south lawn or in the stadium when it's available. And for that cooperation, I am very thankful and very grateful. The BRMB is one of the largest and most visible organizations on this campus, and it's a group that's going to be celebrating its centennial anniversary right about the same time that this building will open in 2025. Because of the size of our marching band, our rehearsal spaces have to be outdoors. If the band is working on music, if they're doing drill setting, if they're doing sectionals, if we're getting ready for homecoming, if we're doing parades, all of the above, these activities have to take place outdoors because that's the place we fit. And rightfully so, we're an outdoor performing ensemble. Many days it's very rewarding, especially when the weather is beautiful and it's cooperating. And most of the time, it's great. But there are some days, though. And we have a philosophy, if you will, in the marching band that I preach from day one at preseason band camp, that a little rain doesn't stop the BRMB. And of course, the students all roll their eyes at that when I say it. But it's true. A little rain doesn't stop us. It doesn't bother us. We'll do what we need to do. But a sudden monsoon that comes across the road does. Temperatures in 100 degrees in the shade that translate to 120 on the turf, a snowstorm in November, or a thunderstorm that always hits at 3:15 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during our class time. Are challenges that can and often do stop rehearsals, and you can find the members running for cover or causing us to cancel our rehearsal altogether. And in those weeks, it's always those weeks where we have an upcoming performance that's very important. So I'm so thankful to be here today to break ground on a facility that will help alleviate some of those growing pains that the BR&B has experienced over the past few years. An indoor facility in which we can still hold a meaningful rehearsal, a facility with a full 100-yard field to perfect our traditional pregame show that stretches from end zone to end zone, and a facility that will help us store and protect our valuable equipment is going to be so welcomed in so many ways. This new facility will enhance the experience of the students in the BR&B currently and will help as we work to recruit future members. So thank you, President Caboni, the Board of Regents, administrators, and to all those who are making this project possible, and by including us in the process. Thank you for making a resounding statement to the community, to the university, and to the students of the Big Red Marching Band, past, present, and future, that their hard work matters, that they are valued, and that they are an important and long-lasting part of Western Kentucky University. Thank you, and go Tops.
Thank you, Matt. And many of you know my commitment and fondness for the pageantry arts, or as what marching band is called sometimes. And I'm proud of the way in which they represent our institution. It's one of our most visible brand statements, and they are tremendous. We will pass 300 next year, right, Matt? 300 next year. Always pushing. So now I'd like to invite esports faculty advisor Patricia Todd to share some remarks with us.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I have a question for you all. How many of you all knew that WKU had a varsity esports program before today? Wow, I'm impressed. We started this endeavor back in 2016. The students came to me. SGA had a petition, and they wanted to turn their esports club into a varsity esports team. So I've been playing World of Warcraft for 20 years now, and so I said, sure, I'll be your advisor, and let's go and let's run it up the pole and see what happens. Well, what happened was they said, sure, go ahead and do it. But then we had to find a place. So our place in 2016 was one of the storage closets in Garrett. And so we had to move the chairs out of the way, which, by the way, they came to take away from us at one time. We moved the chairs out of the way, and our League of Legends team made a home in the supply closet in Garrett. And then we moved to the lower level of McCormick Hall. And although we were grateful for the great amount of space that we were given, a lot bigger than the closet we were in, but we don't have a bathroom, okay? And so we just kind of wanted a bathroom. But since then, the university has been really good in terms of supporting us. We now have 4 teams. We have Overwatch, we have League of Legends, we have Valorant, and we have Rocket League. We were the first D1 school in Kentucky to have a varsity esports program. We were one of the first few schools to join the National Association of Collegiate Esports, and now there's more than 240 universities that are involved in that. A lot of the traditional athletic conferences are now getting involved in the esports area and wanting to put on tournaments. Even Conference USA has reached out to us. Now, what you're probably wondering is why in the world, what is the benefit for having an esports program? Well, it hits our demographic target market for students, right? There's a Kentucky High School Sports Association has an esports part to it, so Kentucky high schools are all involved in esports. But not only that, what it does is it gives our students a chance to learn management skills, teamworking skills, leadership skills. The majority of them are not going to go into professional esports, right? But they're becoming a valuable employment source or employee source for employers around the world. Esports is a several billion-dollar endeavor, and it involves marketing, management, accounting. You think of it in terms of game design and the STEM program, but it also involves a lot of businesses. So we're giving our students an opportunity to play something they love, to be involved in something they love, to be a part of a community that they have a lot of in common with, and to gain skills that will almost guarantee them employment. On the academic side, we have a certificate in esports management that's shared between the College of Business and the School of Kinesiology, Recreation, and Sport. And so it's becoming a real, I'm really proud of what it's become. I did want to say a few things about our teams and how well they're doing. In the National Association of Collegiate Esports, our Overwatch team was 4-2. Our League of Legends team made the top 32 teams, and so they were able to compete, and they were 3-4 in the finals. Valorant 1 team was 7-2. Valorant 2 was 2-5. They got some work to do. Rocket League was 3-3, and Rocket League 2 was 4-3. Our League of Legends team in the Collegiate League of Legends tournament won their Division A championships for their division. CVAL, Collegiate Valorant, was 4-1, ongoing in Phase 2, and Valorant 2 was 1-4. In the Southern Esports Conference, our Valorant team was 6-0 and ongoing. Our Overwatch team in the Collegiate Homecoming was 6-4, and our Rocket League team is under development. They're progressing. They're very competitive. So, we've come a long way since we started out in that little tiny room amongst the chairs in Garrett. And I want to really, on behalf of our students and myself, I want to really thank President Caboni and the university and the Board of Regents for supporting the creation of what was really just a dream back in 2016. Thank y'all very much for showing up, and go Tops!
I had the opportunity to go visit the competitive space in McCormick, and I have some eligibility left, but they didn't have a Pac-Man competitive team. Interesting positioning us for the future, one of the best growing competitive spaces in the country and in the world. Now, I'd like to invite Director of Forensics, Gaynor Newman, to share some remarks with us. Gaynor.
Thank you so much. My name is Gaynor Newman, and I have directed the National Championship Forensics Program at WKU since 2014. One of our 4 core values on the program is gratitude. I am grateful to the Board of Regents and to President Tim Caboni for involving us in the Fieldhouse project and for inviting me here to speak today. I'm so grateful for the ones who got me here. I'd like to thank my parents, my father in heaven, Gaynor Lee Newman III, and my mother, Paulette Newman, for loving and encouraging me in this activity since I was 14 years old, the first time I donned my dad's tie to tell stories. I'd like to thank my darling wife, Carrie Gugamos, who has supported me on every step of my journey, from being her duo partner on this team back in 2007 to today. You've loved me and helped me communicate this program's image as our unofficial team photographer for a long time. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to all the coaches and educators I have experienced through my journey in speech and debate, and especially in my experience at WKU. It's not lost on me that the reason why the forensics program was invited into this new, exciting space is partially due to its long legacy of national competitive success. The people of WKU make WKU. And the success of WKU Forensics is the result of the coaching brilliance of our people. Director of Debate, Chad Meadows. Director of Individual Events, Ben Roban. Limited Preparation Coach, Seth Peckham. Interpretation Coach, Sean Diaz. Our office coordinator, the great Deborah Gensheimer. Our graduate assistants, Ben Williams and Evan Grisham. The coaches and staff of the 2023 National Championship WKU Forensics team. Chad, Ben, Seth, and Deborah have been with this program through most of what we call the championship era. They've helped our team maintain a 3.3 average GPA across 10 years, and we would not be here without them. Our team would also not be here without our alumni around the nation and even around the world who give back to our program. I'm grateful to Dr. Larry Caluette, who developed a team culture emphasizing the value of making positive memories. He recently said, "It's not so much about the wins and losses, though the wins are good memories too." I agree. His former student, Mr. Austin Daniel, just gifted the program $100,000 to honor his coach, and we look forward to growing the Dr. Larry M. Caluette endowment. We're so very grateful. I'm also grateful to Judy Woodring, who dreamed of what would become the national championship era of WKU forensics. She was the architect of a program that would defy expectations in collegiate speech and debate and win again and again and again. I'm grateful she brought me here. I'm grateful to my mentor as a coach, my sensei, my friend, Dr. Jace Lux, my dissertation advisor and life coach, former director of the program, the late, great Dr. Randy Capps. I'm grateful to the hundreds of students I've had the privilege to coach. I'm grateful for all of it. But part of what speech and debate is all about is knowing your audience, and frankly, I don't know how much you know about what forensics is. Forensics is just another name for speech and debate. Many have likened it to track and field, where individuals compete in a variety of events, and the team that scores the best among the various categories wins. But the speech and debate as sports analogy doesn't always capture the physical, intellectual, and emotional depths of this activity. Students learn philosophy, current events, and rhetoric, communicating their ideas with the most extraordinary athleticism. For example, the normal speaking rate of a human is between 150 and 200 words per minute. Eminem, famously the fastest rapper of all time, speaks at an average rate of 258.6 words per minute. Students at the highest level of debate can speak at a rate of up to 340 words per minute. Accomplishing this requires the breathing precision of an Olympic swimmer. WKU Forensics is one of the best teams to ever teach these skills. And since 1996, WKU Forensics has won the National Forensics Association Lincoln Douglas Debate Team National Championship 18 times, 11 American Forensics Association Speech Team Championships since 2003 until our final appearance in 2021. Additionally, between 2003 and 2023, those 20 years, the WKU Forensics program has won the National Forensics Association Speech Team Sweepstakes National Championship 15 times. The first documented speech and debate competitions on this hill took place in 1877. This team is a team that has provided the transformational experience of competitive speech and debate for 145 years. This team, the WKU Forensics team, that since 1996 has won over 50 team national championships in collegiate speech and debate, will be housed here forever. Finally, I'll say that the forensics program won our first LD debate national championship as a team, working out of the classrooms and offices in the basement of Cherry Hall. But we entered the championship era in the palatial Garrett Conference Center. When I walked into that space as a student back in 2007, I noticed the gigantic ballroom with over a half a dozen performances practicing all at once. I also noticed the woman who would become my soulmate. From Garrett, we transitioned to Zoom speech and debate, where we won online. When Garrett came down, we physically relocated to our current home, one we affectionately call the Cottage, and we've won national championships there too. No matter the space, the forensics program will roar, but I am proud, and I know that you are proud to see us soar from a place like this. It will truly be a place where greatness gathers. Thank you.
We all know how hard it is to win a national championship. We have one in football, several in cheer, Allie, but 15 NFA championships is a remarkable accomplishment, and it's one that as an institution I'm so proud of, and it represents us so well. So I'm glad to have a space, and when we're competing against Harvard and some other places you may have heard of for recruits, go see their practice space and then come see ours. So, lastly, I want to invite Tim Dowling to come share some remarks with us. He is the K. Norman Berry Associates Principal Architect and helped us get to this point today. Tim. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I want to start by saying I don't know how fair it is. I have to follow the director of the most successful forensic program in the world, but I'll give it a shot. I'm here representing the design team. I want to start also by thanking the university for giving us the opportunity to work with you all on this exciting project. We're very excited to be here today for this important event. It's a ceremonial groundbreaking, but also from the start, President Caboni and the university have been clear in their groundbreaking vision for this institution. It should be a facility that houses a diverse group of programs, not just academics, not just athletics, not just band, but a wide swath of universities. And it's exciting for us on the design team to work on a project like this. It really is rare and exciting for a project to try to serve such a diverse group of programs. From, as we talked about, the most successful forensics program in the country, to the rapidly growing and successful esports program, to the Big Red Marching Band, which is the heartbeat of so many university activities, to the rich tradition of Hilltopper football, from baseball to all campus athletics and intramurals in the greater community. It really is a vibrant program for this building. When complete, the mission of the project will be to elevate all these programs to succeed further, to build on the success they have, and enable these students and faculty to flourish on their time on campus and beyond. Equally important, the facility will become part of the university fabric, not just a building, but a vital part of the campus life, the campus experience, campus memories, campus day-to-day life. We've talked about how it could be part of the traditions, the Topper Walk and those kind of things. It'll be a vital part, a living part of the campus. I look forward to soon seeing the site we're standing on a mess of construction, the site up here being a mess of construction. They'll be digging, excavation, it'll be a mess. But out of that, I was also excited to see the new facilities take shape and start to be built out of that. I'm even looking forward more so to coming back here soon for a ribbon cutting to see these facilities come to life with the students and the faculty and the energy and the spirit they bring to the facilities to bring them to life. Again, it is really an exciting day. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Tim. And the thread that runs through all of this is we're going to compete. And we're going to compete at the highest level. We're going to have the best marching band in the state, which I argue we already have. Molly knows. We're going to have the best forensics program, and we already do in the country. We're going to have a budding esports program that also becomes champions, and our athletics programs, as we say, champions climb here. We're going to compete at the highest level with everything we do as an institution, and this facility will just create opportunities for us to do that. So in closing, Todd, Dr. McCurry, Dr. Todd, Gaynor, and Tim, thank you for sharing with us today. To our dedicated faculty and staff, thank you for nurturing the talents of our students. Your collective efforts brought us to this point with their successes. And to our students who are gathered here today, your passion, your dedication, your hard work inspires us all. This Fieldhouse is a testament to our belief in your potential and our unwavering commitment to your success. And finally, to our planning, design, and construction team, headed by Brian Russell, Dan Cheney, K. Norman Berry Associates Architects, in association with HKS Architects and Reeves Young Construction, thank you for your continued planning and work ahead to bring these plans and these renderings to reality and fruition. And to the entire campus community, thank you for your patience as we work through these important projects together on our Hill. So at this time, this will conclude our formal ceremony, but I invite you to witness the formal groundbreaking of our new field house, followed by refreshments and some fellowship. So if our regents, speakers, architect, and construction teams and elected officials will join me at the location behind the tent, we're going to break a little bit of ground. And for everybody who came out this morning and is looking forward to the celebrations for the week, thank you for participating in our celebration. I hope to see you around campus this weekend, and go Tops!